Okay, we're still solving quadratic equations. Remember, the quadratic is when it's raised to the second power. We're still solving quadratic equations by taking the square root. On this particular one here, it's similar to the ones that we've had previously, only now it's 2 times y squared. Well, the first thing that we need to worry about is trying to isolate that variable, the y squared. If we can get that all by itself, then we can take the square root of both sides. So on this one, this is 2 times y squared, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is to divide. I divide this side by 2, divide that side by 2. Y squared equals 25. I notice that 25 is a perfect square, makes it really nice. So this is y squared. The opposite of squared is to take the square root. Y would equal -5 or +5. Now some of you may want to write it as plus or minus 5. That's okay. Either one of those two are just fine, either way. Now let's look at one that's a little bit more challenging. Okay, this one has multiple steps on it. And you really already know how to solve this equation. If I put up one that was 4b minus 8 equals 248. If it were this, 4b minus 8 equals 248. You could do that. You would simply add 8 to both sides, and then you divide by 4. Well, it's the same process here, only now we're dealing with the b squared. So, we still look at this, just kind of view it as the variable that we have to isolate. So, in order to get the b all by itself, the first step that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this 8. So the opposite of -8 is +8. Plus 8 equals 248. Whoops. Let's try that again. I've got plus 8 to both sides. This is going to give me 4b squared equals 256. Okay? Now, I've got 4 times b, so the opposite is going to be to divide by 4. b equals 256 divided by 4. So this would be b squared equals 64. Now, I've got that isolated. Now I just have to take the square root of both sides. Square root of both sides. B squared is just b. Square root of 64 is 8. My answer is plus or minus 8, either one.